When I was here a few months ago, when the French film crew was here, we had a wonderful visit. And I have always maintained, and you and I talked about this, when we talked about the saucer itself, the disc, the flying disc itself, and the body, and we talked about that. At that time, you told me that you had not observed the body up close, that you felt you were about 20 feet away from it, that the body was partially covered with a tarp, and it was next to the disc, the saucer itself. I have two questions. One, was the disc in so many different pieces, or was it pretty much all together but maybe broken in pieces? That's my first question. Could you, when you observed the disc, what did it look like?
That's a rough one. I haven't even thought about it lo these many years, and I honestly can't even visualize it, whether it's still in its shape but had a lot of dings in it. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I do not remember.
Can you kind of remember about how big it was? How much space it took up in the hangar?
I would venture a guess that probably a diameter of somewhere around 25 feet.
Okay.
And this is going back so many years, and my mind has gotten weaker and weaker and weaker over these many years.
You told me that that even though you didn't go right up to the body, I'm assuming from what you told me, since you said that you weren't close enough to smell the body, but that you were probably, to the best of your recollection, you were within approximately 20 feet of the body, which is really not that great of a distance. And that, basically, there's two parts to this question. One, there was only one body, and what did that body look like?
To the best of my remembrance, there was one body. Boy, you got me going back so many years that to the best of my resemblance, it was a relatively small body, comparable to, maybe a 11-year-old, 10 or 11-year-old child. It was pretty well beat up. I cannot come and give you, to be honest, anything other than that. I remember something about the arms, and I'm trying to visualize that, and all of a sudden it starts going through my little head that they show some of those long arm in the cartoons. This is a long period of time has gone by.
Any color?
I honestly don't know. As I said, I just mentioned, it's been so long ago. Mm-hmm. And to try and remember details, I wish that I had been smarter in my youth and sat down with a tape recorder and talked about the whole thing, and then 20 or 30 years later sell a copy of it to you or somebody else.